Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. We're looking at reasons to read the King James Version of the Bible, KJVtoday.net, on sites.google.com, KJVtoday.net. And I've made this point repeatedly over the years here on the channel, but let's get into it. The translators were experts in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin, more so than anybody else ever overall. Okay, so the KJV builds on the scholarship exhibited in previous English Bibles, which date back to Tyndale and Wycliffe, two godly contenders of the faith and the written word. The 47 translators of KJV were masters in Hebrew and or Greek, as well as the cognate languages of Aramaic, Chaldee, Syriac, Arabic, etc. See the translators revived by Alexander McClure, but many books, Opafel, others, have written many books on that. I mean, they were writing, in some cases, dictionaries on these languages. Elizabethan and Jacobean scholars were trained in grammar schools in their youth, schools where the study of Latin, Greek, Hebrew, and English were emphasized. Many modern scholars who are proficient in Greek are not proficient in Latin. Latin is dropped as an ecclesiastical language in Protestant schools. However, many resources that can shed light on textual and translational variants appear in Latin glosses and writings produced over a span of 1,000 years. All the KJV translators were proficient in Latin. So that's what this says. Also, in the 1560s, because the battle lines had been drawn between Elizabethan England and the Catholic Church said, if you don't have a perfect Bible, you have to be Catholic, because we have the Bible and infallible church tradition. The UK, along with other Protestant countries, were saying sola scriptura. It's the paper pope of the Protestants, it was derisively called. So out of the royal treasury, they funded what was known as Regius professorships, as Westminster, Cambridge, and Oxford, where people would dedicate their entire life to studying biblical languages and all the cognates of those languages and all the non-biblical literature of those languages, whether they were Hebrew idioms, Hebrew books, Hebrew grammars, Hebrew targums, the writings of the various rabbis over the centuries, whether it was Ionic Greek, Doric Greek, Attic Greek, Homeric Greek, Coney Greek, whatever the case was, they read all of the extant literature, so they knew the languages incredibly. Syriac, Arabic, other cognate languages. And so they knew how these people intended, how they translated, and so they weren't neologists that studied 3 years of Greek as long with other things, or 8 years of Greek along with other things. These people were immersed in it because it was a matter of life or death. You had the gunpowder plot, you had the Spanish Armada, you had Mary Queen of Scots, you had all of these various episodes that were going on, interdiction against the monarchy of England. Whoever killed them, that was a good thing. You got your sins remitted and all of this kind of thing. And so everything was based on doing a perfect Bible with no internet, with no TV, no football games, no distractions, no Hollywood, no Netflix, none of this. Everything, 14, 16 hours a day, amassing the greatest amounts of knowledge that could be possessed, with minds with attention spans that were enormous. They could study 16 hours at a time. Just common folks like me could read the Bible or read other things, 6, 7, 8 pages, quote it back verbatim. There's examples of that from the 1580s, because they were unencumbered by the unintended influences of electronic media on the human mind. So, yeah, they were the best. Who are we to think we can change it? What disgusting infidels almost to think we could change that and improve upon that. Hey, I love you. God bless. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.